or with the green grass growing, because it has been raining during the last 3 days. Oh. Hey everybody, this is the Desert Whisperer again, and look who we have here today. My friend Stretch. It rained a little bit about 30 minutes ago, and I knew he was going to be out, but I didn't know where to find him because I haven't seen him in the last 3 days, and his cave is getting wet, a little wet, so I haven't seen him there in the last few days. And also it has been raining a lot around the pond, so I don't think he sees the need of staying around the pond because now he knows that he can go a little farther away to look for some food. But I found him here today, and it is weird where he's laying, where he's coiled, because this area right here, when it rains a lot, it floods. So I don't know why he's laying right there, because this area can get maybe a few inches of water, and if it rained a lot, it would be underwater. But he decided to stop right here and rest for a little bit. But one thing that I have noticed is that when it rains, their color changes a little bit, as you can see. Look, and he's yawning right now. But as you can see right now, he looks very, very dark. He looks darker than he usually looks, and I guess it is the moisture in the water and that makes his color change. But I have noticed that in diamondbacks, when it is nice and sunny, they look a little lighter, and right now he looks really, really dark. His head looks almost black. But as you can see, and I can tell it is him, even though he's not close to the pond, but I know it is him because he is the only one that will allow me to get this close to him without rattling or getting scared. I thought he was going to move away because usually when he gets tired of me talking and being this close to him, he just starts moving on. I thought he was going to leave. Yeah, but as I was saying, he is the only rattlesnake that allows me to get this close. I mean, I have been close to other rattlesnakes, but sometimes they are not as comfortable as him being with me, being this close. And other rattlesnakes come to check the camera and everything, but he's the only one that allows me to be like recording and moving and talking. And now there is an ant walking on his body. But I'm just gonna try to get a picture of him, and we are just gonna leave him alone so that he can enjoy the rest of the day. And he looks beautiful with the green grass growing, because it has been raining during the last 3 days, and he looks really, really beautiful with the green in the background. So it has been raining for the last 3 days, and the grass started growing really fast. And as I was saying, it rained a little bit ago, so it gets very humid whenever it rains. And I sweat a lot all the time, but whenever it's humid, I sweat a lot more. So anyways, this is my friend Stretch. One of the last videos I got of him, there was a road runner was checking him out when he was laying right next to the pond. And in my last video, I was telling you how far I was from him, and that he might not be able to bite me if he decides to strike. And I was also explaining how far they can strike. So I saw this video. I set up the camera right next to him so that I could see if he would get something to eat. The next day, when I picked up the SD card, there was a road runner checking him out, and the road runner was right at the edge of the pond, almost where I was standing the day before. And the road runner went by once, then he came back around him, and he kept looking at him, and he decided to strike at the road runner. The road runner was almost at the edge of the pond, and he didn't reach, or he didn't stretch far enough to get the road runner. So I was calculating of how far I was. I was a few inches away from where the road runner was standing, and I was calculating that if he decided to strike at me the day before when I was recording, he would not have reached me, because they can only strike between 1/3 to 1/2 of their body length. And I was about a little bit more than 2 feet away from him. He is about between 5 and 6 feet long, so I would guess his reach would be about 2 feet, and that's about how far the road runner was. So the road runner escaped because he struck and the road runner. Of course, road runners are really, really fast. So as I was saying during that video, if you are gonna get too close to a rattlesnake, or if a rattlesnake starts rattling, you better be fast to move away from where they are before they strike, so that way you are not within the striking range. So it is always nice to set up the cameras and see what we can learn from these animals. But anyways, we are gonna leave him alone, and I hope you like this video. I will see you in my next adventure.